When I bought my Tesla Model Y, I was beyond excited. Tesla has this shiny reputation for cutting edge tech and incredible performance. I mean, it's basically a computer on wheels. I expected a futuristic, low maintenance ride that would save me tons on gas and maintenance. But is owning a Tesla really the dream come true? In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on my real Model Y ownership experience, the true cost of owning this car, from the purchase price to surprise repairs and everything in between. Buckle up because it's been a wild ride. True cost of owning a Tesla Model Y. It sounds dramatic, but stick with me. I'll share all the numbers, the headaches, and the highlights. Whether you're a Tesla fan or just curious about EV ownership, you're about to get an honest look at what I actually paid and what unexpected issues popped up along the way. Let's dive in. So let's talk about what it actually cost to get this Tesla Model Y in my garage. On the surface, it seemed like I got a pretty good deal. I purchased a used 2020 Tesla Model Y from a dealership in December 2022, and the advertised price was $50,991. Not bad, considering new Model Ys were still selling for close to $60,000 plus at the time. But here's where things started adding up. First, there was a $499 dealer service fee. Standard stuff, though still annoying. Then came taxes and title fees. The sales tax alone was $1,889.30, and the title fee was $142. But wait, it didn't stop there. I also had to pay an electronic title and registration fee of $150. Not a massive expense, but it adds up. Now, to bring this total down, I traded in my 2020 Chevrolet Camaro. The dealership gave me $24,000 for the trade-in, which was honestly on the low side, but I was in a hurry to switch to EV life. I also put down a cash down payment of $8,000 to reduce my loan amount and monthly payments. So, after all that, I was left financing $45,553.30, a number that still makes me wince a little. Now here's where things took a turn. I originally had my own financing lined up at 8.3% interest, which wasn't amazing, but manageable. However, the dealership refused to let me use my lender and forced me to go through their financing partner, Capital One, at a staggering 12.6% interest rate. So, let's recap. The total cost of the car, including all taxes, fees, and registration, came to $53,171.30. After my trade-in and down payment, I financed $45,553.30 at 12.6% interest. So, yeah, this was a stupid decision all around, but you only live once, and I figured I'd refinance shortly after. I thought. Within weeks of ownership, I started hearing a strange squeaking noise when turning right. Not something you expect from a high-end car. I brought the Model Y into a Tesla service center to check it out. The verdict? Several suspension components were bad, specifically both front lower lateral links and upper control arms needed replacement. Yes, on a 2-year-old car. Tesla technicians ended up replacing all those suspension parts under warranty to eliminate the noise. One repair caught me completely off guard. During a service visit, the technician pointed out that my front aero shield, the large plastic underbody panel, was cracked and missing pieces. I hadn't even noticed it. It's possible the damage was from road debris or a previous owner, but either way, it needed fixing. This one wasn't covered by warranty, so I had to pay out of pocket. Replacing that shield cost me about $217, parts and labor. Not a massive amount, but it stings when you're already paying a premium for the car. I was relieved it was covered by the basic warranty. No charge to me. But I was still charged $300 for certain parts, which was rather odd. It was also alarming to have major suspension work done on a car with only approximately 40,000 miles. That wasn't the only issue. Over the next few months, my Model Y became a frequent visitor to the service center. The wheel speed sensor failed, triggering safety warnings, and one of the headlights went out shortly after. Each time, I had to schedule service through Tesla's app and wait. In some cases, I was without the car for weeks as I waited for parts and repairs. It's frustrating. You buy an EV expecting less maintenance than a gas car, but I found myself dealing with an issue almost every month early on. The selling dealer hadn't mentioned any of these problems, of course. In the first 6 months alone, I dealt with more repairs than I expected in 6 years. Suspension links, sensors, lights, and more. It was a roller coaster. I started keeping all my receipts and even documenting everything in case I needed to escalate things. Foreshadowing, I did. Tesla fixed what they could under warranty, but I began to wonder, was I just unlucky? Or are these cars a bit fragile? Hasn't just cost me in repairs. There were other surprise expenses I never saw coming. Let's talk about a few big ones: tires and software quirks. First up, tires. A huge, unexpected cost. The Model Y is a heavy, high torque performance SUV, which means it can be hard on tires. I learned this the hard way. In April 2023, I bought a set of high performance Kumho Exta PS 91 tires, figuring I'd treat the car to good rubber. They cost me about $1,061 for the set. I expected to get tens of thousands of miles from them. Boy, was I wrong. After just 5,000 miles, these new tires were worn down to the cord, literally showing the internal threads. I was shocked and a bit scared, thinking, what if one had blown out at highway speed? I took the car back to Tesla service, thinking maybe the alignment was off. But Tesla looked at the tires and said the real issue was the tires themselves. They weren't EV rated. I had no idea that was a thing. Apparently, electric vehicles need tires designed for heavier weight and instant torque. The tires I bought were fine for a gasoline car, but on the Model Y, they chewed up fast. No one told me that when I bought them. As a result, I had to immediately replace 2 tires, the fronts, with proper Tesla-specified EV tires, which cost another $940 out of pocket. That expense hit me out of nowhere, nearly $1,000, unplanned, just to stay safe on the road. I ended up paying an additional $4,000 on tires over the next year or so. Really just a big waste of money.